Good morning, friends. It has been a challenging couple of weeks for me, but I'm finally out here at the trailhead again. Gonna try and get Mount Starr-King for winter. I've been trying for this for years, but every time something seems to come up. But I'm here now, and I'm determined. I'm going to do it. So come on, let's go knock this sucker out finally. For the last 4 years or so, I've tried to get Mount Waumbek with my church men's group. 1 year, we had to turn around at Starr-King. The next year, didn't have anybody who was able to do it at all, so we did a rail trail. The next year, again, we had to turn around at Mount Starr-King because we were losing the light. And then, topping it off, last week, I was up here and I couldn't do it because when I got all geared up, I discovered I had forgotten my gloves and the high temperature was supposed to be 0. Today, it's not supposed to be too bad. It's supposed to be hovering right at or above freezing. We've got clearing skies for the next few hours with clouds moving in later. So maybe not gonna get any views, but we're gonna get this one checked off. And it's not like there's any views on Waumbek, and even the views on Starr-King aren't as good as they used to be. But it's a long hike, and I got here and realized I forgot my trekking poles. I figure I can do without those. I got micro spikes and I got snowshoes. I'll probably put on the snowshoes just for the televators because this isn't a hard technical hike, but it is on the longer side at 7 miles. Even if the last mile before the summit is a ridge walk. But I'm determined. I'm going to get it this time. Howdy, howdy. No views today, huh?
Not yet.
Well, it looked like it might be clear when I started out, but I guess I climbed into the clouds. Well, Pemi, we made it to the first summit. Unfortunately, we got no views today. Yeah, it is what it is. Whole place is beautiful, though. The snow and everything. It's a gorgeous hike. And the weather's perfect. Low 30s, so didn't sweat much, but don't have to worry too much about getting too cold. It's a gorgeous hike. Yeah, but we still got another mile to the final summit, which we know will have no views because it's wooded. Why do they make summits without views? That's a good question. I would say take it up with the creator. Yes, I'm a smartass. Okay, Pemi, we did it. Mount Waumbek. You can't really see it, but where my foot is, that's the cairn. Yeah, not the greatest, but after 5 failed attempts, I finally got Mount Waumbek in the winter. Pemi got nothing to say to that. I think that was his disappointed look. But you know, the weather gets a vote. The people you're with get a vote. And sometimes you just forget stuff and have to play the stupid card. And that was last week. But we made it. Now we just got to make it down safe. It's a pretty easy ridge walk back to Starr-King, and it's pretty much all downhill from there, with a good portion of it butt-sleddable. The last time I did Starr-King with some friends in the winter, it took us 4 hours to get to the summit. It took me 2.5 hours to get to this summit, which is a mile further. So I was booking it for sure, but the conditions were perfect. Very packed trail. A few spots between the two summits that wasn't packed, but most of it was spot on. But now I got to get down, because climbing down the mountain is still climbing the mountain. Well, Pemi, we've been blessed. Clouds cleared just a little bit, and we got some view. Yeah, here at the summit of Mount Starr-King, none at Waumbek, but let's check it out. That's Washington across the way. You got some clouds between us and the presidentials. So we got some views. Isn't that awesome? Good views. Okay, Pemi, here is where it starts getting fun. It's time to butt sled. From what I remember of the rest of the trail, it's not very steep, so there won't be any good butt sledding. The good news is, I finally, after 4 years, have got Waumbek in winter knocked off the list. This summit's not hard, but it has been the bane of my existence. But I want to thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the butt sledding was entertaining. I was experimenting with 2 cameras so that I could do a picture-in-picture thing. We'll see if I got anything worth using. But, as always, don't forget to chase your dreams, challenge your limits, and choose joy. Azimuth out.